All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 2 between Miko and Big Dick Daddy.
Big Dick Daddy.
Such a big dick.
Mr. MaximusBlack.
Yeah.
Hit me up with the sound of getting a couple of grapes so you don't pass out.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna get a couple grapes. Yeah, man, I just had 2 grapes. They're really good.
It's accurate.
That's literally what just happened. I haven't eaten food since last night at about 9 o'clock, and it is now 5 p.m. I am 4 hours away from pulling 24 hours with no food
I don't know why
in my stomach.
I don't just like eat before.
Because I stayed up till like 4 o'clock or 4:30 in the morning. I stayed up till like 2:30 streaming, or 3 o'clock. I don't remember how late it was. Beating Wings of Liberty on Brutal, which was brutal, that last mission, and I was trolled. So, and then after that, I was so wired from actually beating it that I laid in bed for about an hour and a half till I fell asleep, and then I woke up at 11:30. I got in the shower, I came downstairs, and then I set up the tournament, and I want to keep everything going on schedule.
Gotta get on that quest bar, which we're gonna plug later on.
Oh my goodness!
In the stream,
I could go for a quest bar right now. Man.
Well,
I'm so hungry.
Good news is that if Big Dick Daddy wins this game, it's Din Din time.
It's Din Din time.
So I'm gonna vote. My confidence is going in Big Dick Daddy right now. But before we get any further into that,
yes, sir.
Hit us up with what these guys have to do.
Big Dick Daddy got.
Well, he's got a big dick, but what do you get for
I actually don't know. And I tried to figure that out before we actually got into the game. I have no idea. I'm thinking, oh, you know what? He got advanced technology.
But why in the hell is that?
I don't know why it's under I don't know if he picked random or what. But I'm pretty sure he got advanced technology, which is defend anything. Defend with anything, must only attack with tier 3 units. Colossus, Thors, Ultras, Broodlords, BC, High Temp.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
Yeah. That's why, because I was looking under the Terran thing.
Right,
but it's actually under the Protoss, but you don't actually have to pick Protoss.
Yes.
It's good for all 3. That's why I was looking at it like herp derp. And down here, Miko, he got slowly but deadly. I had to think about that one for a second, too. This is what happens when you haven't eaten anything in a while.
Slowly but deadly sounds like a description of your life right now.
Yes. Player may defend with anything. All aggressive attacks can only be done with these units. Swarm hosts, Broodlords, or Corruptors.
Okay. So we're essentially getting a tier 3 versus tier 3 battle.
Yeah. So that moment when we thought we were getting food at a good time.
I blame you.
It's okay. It's a good, evenly matched up
yeah,
matchup.
it should be good.
So
one way or t'other, it will be very good. So starting out, it looks like Miko here is gotten into his
So you
expansion.
know what, Adam?
What? Wait, what?
Forget about the game for a second.
Okay, I've already forgotten about it.
How's life?
Life life is good.
Okay.
I've spent an extraordinary amount of money in the last couple of weeks.
That's always good.
Because I moved my office down into the basement, and I'm setting it up. I'm setting it up so that I can do things that I wasn't capable of doing in my shoebox office for the last several years.
For those who don't know, Adam's old office room, I swear to God, it actually is the size of my downstairs bathroom.
It was small. So it was a little cramped in there.
It was beyond small, dude. It was an actual box. And every time, well, not every time, I eventually gave up. But like for the first year, I used to go in there. I say, Adam, bro, why in the hell aren't you in the basement or in your spare room? All right? There was a reason why I didn't go in the spare room, but the basement, I could never figure out.
The basement was because I had somebody else's stuff in hordes of stuff down there, and I didn't have any other room in the house to put it at the time. But now that that's no longer a problem, Suddenly, 80% of the stuff in the house evaporated, and I've got room. So I put it downstairs, and in the process of that, I also built my own website. That happened. warcouncil.tv.
Shameless plug. Let it go, bro.
I'm fucking doing game reviews.
It's a nice website. You guys should check it out.
Previews and shit. It's fucking dope. I also set up a Game Wisp, which is basically a Patreon for like live stream like specific stuff.
Yeah, they messaged me and asked me if I wanted to make an account on there, and I looked at it and I said it looks like too much work.
They've done. It's actually not that bad. They're doing really well. They were at TwitchCon actually, nice. So I set that up so people can get early access to my video reviews and all that kind of deal, as well as get personal voice messages from me as one of the things.
I mean, who wouldn't want that sexy voice?
I mean, seriously though, I'm even doing weekly game giveaways for the for tier 3 and 4 people.
Holy shit, you're making that much money?
It's happening.
Oh my god, bro.
That's happening, bro. So all that's going.
Generosity is real.
But downstairs in the basement, I spent some cash. I got my TV set up so I can play console games as they should be.
Did you bring down your big screen, did you?
No, I bought a new one.
Okay, so you did spend some cash.
I did.
What kind of TV did you get?
Vizio M55C2, which is their 4K 55-inch. $1,100. It wasn't that much.
Oh, it's not that bad. TVs have just gone down in price so much over the last few years.
The beauty of Vizio is American-built stuff. The beauty of Vizio is that they don't give you the 60,000 frilly shit that I never fucking use or care about, like 3D, and just give you really good of the stock stuff that you want, like just picture quality and a couple of inputs to put stuff into, and then they throw all the other crap out the window. So this TV is actually rated better than the comparative, the one that's like it's going up against. It's rated better than the Samsung, which is over twice the cost.
Damn, yeah. I love Samsung though. I'm a Samsung fanboy.
I mean, my plasma's a Samsung.
Yeah,
I love Samsung,
but, hey, at the
for
price,
this, fucking dope.
Yeah, and you only use it for gaming too. So it's
only for gaming. It's great stuff. Games look phenomenal on it, and I've got a freaking ridiculous like HDMI matrix 4x4. So I have 4 inputs and 4 outputs, and with a controller, so I can have all of my consoles and the PCs all plugged into this thing, and then depending on what I want sent to the capture card or the TV or both at the same time, plus another monitor.
Damn.
I can do all of it.
You went all out.
My controller.
You went all out.
All out.
Holy shit.
I went in on it.
You went in balls deep.
So the room is getting set up. Dad and I built a new desk, building some other stuff down there. It's gonna be phenomenal. Green screens everywhere.
You got more you got more worth of electronics in there than what the house is itself. That's what you're saying.
Well, pretty much.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Awesome.
Most of it's handmade stuff, though. The only really truly expensive thing in there is the TV. Yeah. Everything else is kind of whatever.
Yeah.
But the TV was worth, because my plasma wasn't about to try mount a 60-inch, 310,000-pound plasma to a wall. And you don't play games on a plasma anyway.
No.
Because reticles and everything else burn right into the screen.
It's a bad life choice.
So anyway, what's happening in Starcraft? My life is great. Go check out warcouncil.tv. Sign up. Give me money on Game Wisp if you want to hear my voice and other things. Get early access. Shameless advertising. It's awesome.
Let it go, bro. You know, just
it's awesome.
You know, sell yourself.
Yeah.
I'm just, you know.
I like to think I'm pretty good at making videos and writing reviews.
I think you're pretty damn good.
I think I have a shot.
I think you have what it takes, bro.
It's gonna happen.
Don't let somebody tell you what you can and cannot accomplish, my friend.
Just do it.
There you go.
Make your dream. This is actually not a dream of mine, but it would make your dreams come true. This is just paying the bills. Yesterday you said today.
Bills. Pay those bills, bro.
Pay my rent, which is too much money.
You do pay way too much money.
I pay a lot of money for rent, but now I get to make use of the house. So we got a Burton Cruiser on the field. We've got a lot of corruptors which are going to fuck that one cruiser up bad. Thank God they're not Legacy of the Void corruptors, because they're pretty good.
They are. They
had this thing that basically evaporates buildings.
I want to say they got rid of that.
Did they really?
I don't know. Probably not, but I want to say they did make a change to the corruptor recently. I got to look at the patch notes because I haven't really played in a little bit. But they have made some serious changes again as the game's getting ready to come out. Which kind of makes me nervous because they're not being decisive enough on exactly what they want. I feel as though they're just like throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Yeah.
Which is fine to do in a beta, but when it kind of comes out, like the beta, the game is going to be released in like 3 weeks. So it's like, damn, we're still making these huge drastic changes.
I feel like that was probably one of the, even when I first saw that skill, which was pretty early on. I think that was just there when they launched the beta, right? That was one of the ones that I immediately saw and went, no,
Yeah.
That's terrible, because people would have like this many.
I don't know. I think it might even still be a thing, dude.
And you'd go over to like a command center or anything, and within
just,
5
dude,
seconds.
Trust me, I know. I've felt
like you
the wrath.
you just watch the bar just evaporate.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
Yeah, it's pretty bad. Well, the reason why they did that is because usually in things like PvZ, where you need to get a bunch of corruptors to stop Void Rays or Phoenix or whatever, once you kill the air, you have a bunch of supply and corruptors. They don't do anything. So while now they want you to use those corruptors to go in and pick off expansions or pick off tech or pick off structures of any sort, which was just way too strong because it kind of charged up sort of like a Void Ray did. The longer it sat there, like the more damage it was just doing over time, and it was just craziness. I think they made a change, but I'm not 100% sure. But of course, we're going to know all about this shortly, because Legacy of the Void will be being released, and we're going to be pumping out a bunch of content for you guys. We'll be doing Legacy of the Void tournaments, where it's going to be totally new stuff. Be able to take a break from the says things,
yep,
and we'll be able to get back to some normal Starcraft.
That's going to be good.
Yeah, it's going to be a good, nice change.
Very good. Very nice change.
So there was an attack there. Not a whole lot happened except for the death of like 4 BCs. We've got Tier 3 units versus Tier 3 units, essentially. The only things that Zerg can get are Broodlords and Corruptors. And Swarm Hosts. That's the show. Big Dick, though, can get Thors, Battle Cruisers. What other Tier 3 units does Terran have? I think that might be the show.
That's pretty much the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't even think there's any units that you can make like a case for being stuck in between.
No.
Like, I think that's pretty much
Well,
it.
here's the thing, though. It's like a good, evenly matched up thing, because Thors are so good against...
Thors are really good against
Broodlords and Air, just in general.
Yeah.
But it's the BCs...
Unless they get caught in a weird, awkward location like that and then just get shreked.
It's just the BCs that are the problem, because the DPS, they die very quickly against the Corruptors. So you really just need a lot of Thors, like a lot of Thors, and then getting the BCs to clean up the mess. And there's just not enough. There's just not enough Thors.
Just not enough Thors. It's and on like in this location too, where the the broodlings or whatever can like really halt up the forward momentum. Like there's so many small little areas, and to be fair, Big Dick Daddy's also been putting himself in these areas pretty aggressively. Has really been in the benefit of them, because like technically speaking, these broodlords would have died real quick.
Oh yeah, but they can't get close, right? Because the broodlord. Well, it's not even that they need to get close, because the range is huge.
Yeah.
It's just that they can't, like you said, they can't proceed forward or even run away.
No.
In most cases, they just like when you do an attack, that's the show. You're doing the attack. And he just doesn't have enough BCs out there to just Yamato each one of these broodlords.
No, not.
And if that was the case, the broodlords would just blow up, and then of course you'd be able to take out the Corruptors. But it really is, I feel, more of an advantage for Miko, just because of those broodlings.
So many. I mean, this game is basically ripping pepperoni.
Yeah.
There's at this point, Big Dick can do his best to try and build stuff, but it's just gonna be a slow creep forward here for Miko. Yeah. And again, because of how this whole area has been situated, where the Thors have been, it's really been advantageous for Miko. Well, just because of the lack of mobility that the Thors. There's not enough open ground. If this was happening up in the middle of the map, then the Thors can at least try and do something different. Yeah. But where they are now,
here's the other problem too, is he spent, I know you're doing a lot of talking and stuff, but he spent so much minerals on command centers.
Yes.
He built 3 of them simultaneously. He got this one, and this one. And so when Zerg finally came out to attack, he only had 3, 4 BCs and 4, maybe 5 Thors. At that point, you should really be close to being maxed.
Yeah.
And he just didn't have enough. And then once he lost that first bit of army, it was near impossible for him to build up quick enough, because Tier 3 units take a while to build, and Corruptors come out very quickly. You can build a lot of them simultaneously.
Yep.
He just spent way too much time macroing and not enough time building units. That still doesn't get rid of the fact that those broodlings are still going to be a problem for him, but they were an even bigger problem just because you just didn't have adequate amount of units to deal with it.
No, I just didn't have it.
Or even come close to dealing with it. So that's just, I mean, look at this. It just looks stupid.
Too much.
It's way too much.
Too much.
We get what he was trying to do, but come on.
Well, the saddest part about all this is we're going to go to game 3. Which means we've got to push Din Din off for a little. You might want to get 3 grapes this time.
I'm going to go grab a couple grapes in the break, for sure.
Yeah, get on that grape pipe. Because we're going to be going to a game 3, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Here in the what is it, semifinals?
Semifinals, yeah. We've already done one set.
Yeah. So whoever wins this will go wins the next game will go on to take on your father.
Your father, the guy that I predicted.
Good luck.
Yeah, he's really good. And then of course the loser will play the loser of the last semifinals for 3rd place, which will be getting a I do believe it's a $25 G2A gift card and a LootCrate subscription.
Yes.
I know 2nd place is getting a $50 G2A gift card, and 1st place is getting a $100 G2A gift card and a $150 JORD Woodwatch.
You know what you can do with that? You can buy almost 100 copies of XCOM.
Almost
100 copies.
It's a lot of copies of XCOM. And then you can re-put them on the marketplace after the G2A sale is over and put them on for $2 and then make profit.
Boom.
It is an open marketplace.
Then you can go buy yourself a Vizio TV and be cool like me.
Yeah.
Be a TV hipster.
You are definitely...
But only if you're in America, because you can't buy it anywhere else, so GG.
Big shout out to our sponsors, LootCrate, 10% off, of course, G2A, 3% off, and JORD Woodwatches, 5% off. We will be right back. We're going to set up game number 3 between Miko and Big Dick Daddy. Stay tizzy.
You fucked up sit tight, so it's gonna be
sit tizzly.
Sit tizzity.
Oh, sit tizzity.
Sit tizzity.
I'll get it.
It's happening.
Sit tizzity, guys.
You're getting there.
I'll be right back. Sit tizzity.
Grapes.